It's the COMiX Newswire, week 17, now having both BACKERPAUSE and the forecast inside of this easy-to-find news program that we're separating by week, which you can find at COMiXnewswire.com. I'm just going to give you guys a quick look into the COMiXnewswire.com, where we hold all the week. So the overall plan is to have the current week and the week before it big and displayed, but after that, we're going to go to archives. And you can always find the current week. And how do you find that week? Well, you just ask Echo. Echo, what week of the calendar are we in?
Rob, there's no... This might answer your question. It is currently the 17th week of 2022.
There you go. We have a site note. We have our new summer look. All right, so here we go, the brand new look for our site. It looks a lot similar to what we've been using because it works. This has really been working for us. This has been our look for over 2 years now, but we updated the top, got rid of the Twitter feed because some of you asked us to get rid of that because it was hard to scroll to the information. So we got a new, smaller little acknowledgement of who we are and what we're doing. You know, we are where the comics, where the love of comics comes first. Home of the COMiX Newswire, BACKERPAUSE, and COMiX Forecast. This is also part of Continuum Comics LLC. And there's where you can find us on TikTok. We even have a new look for our BACKERPAUSE. Look at that new logo. Cat Dad and Supermom's going to be in shops on July 27, 2022 for $4.99. It's part of the Scoot initiative from Scout Comics, and it's available now at your local comic book shop to pre-order using the Previews catalog or the Lunar catalog. That's right. I'm in both of them with Cat Dad and Supermom. So go to your local comic book shop and demand your copy of Cat Dad and Supermom, What Makes a Hero. And you can find all of this and all the articles we're about to read, by the way, by going to COMiXnewswire.com, going to week 17. And here you go. Future Comics is going to be on television. Check out week 17 to see how. Did you know the Desire Index has a kinky mystery reader bag? That's right, it does. Check it out. Going to the desireindex.com. BACKERPAUSE.com from Twitter tells us Madeline Holly Rising's Boston Metaphysical Society. And by the way, that was the 500th project I backed on Kickstarter. Pretty proud about that. I love Madeline's work, and she's an amazing creator. We want to congratulate StarCorps for successfully funding. This week, we found out that Marvel's most broken Thor is the new Iron Fist. Brian Hawkins had some big news this week. He's going to Aftershock with the Vineyard. This is really interesting. It's the Resistance and Hyperaction Definitive Guidebook. I've never seen an independent creator do that, and he did it, and it looks great. Gamal asks us, what is the business of comics? The Forbidden becomes a graphic novel. The Lucky Ones. Check out more about it. The Sapphire Spectrum has successfully funded. So we made going to the COMiX Newswire a little easier. Some people had complained that they were putting in COMiX Newswire.com to get in. I don't know why I stalled there. And we've been using the COMIX. Good news. Both now work. The end of April, let's check out what's been on BACKERPAUSE, Indiegogo, and now crowdfunding. Until May 1st, you can get Spectrum, new stories from Worlds of Gary Anderson. Got 'em. 1 through 4, it's a Batman parody comic series. The Bar, issue 1 and 2, a cinematic horror series of standalone stories with elements of the supernatural. It's mature. Sister of Mercy, number 6, Kingdom Come. Demon Bitch, y'all suck. Forbidden, an authentic horror comic. The Boston Metaphysical Society, volume 2, that was a tongue twister, by the Hall of Creators' own Madeline Holly Rising. There's a vanilla warning for this. It's the Desire Index, and it's live now. And apparently, boundaries is spelled very poorly in that BACKERPAUSE Twitter feed, but you know what I meant. Check out the different covers. We have the discreet cover, the misdirect cover, and the main cover. Bobby Gregory, Raheel Mohsin, and Chuck Pino have their second issue of Cat Dad and Supermom, What Makes a Hero, now in Previews and Lunar. Check that out. Tell your local comic book store to order this amazing book. And I can say amazing because it is amazing. It's got my little boy in it and his imagination. Check out Cat Dad and Supermom number 2, now coming out through Scout. It'll be in comic book shops on July 27th, 2022. Mark your calendars. The Absolver 1 through 3. Smokes the Wolf. and Weaponized Werewolf 0. The Resistance and Hyperaction, a definitive guidebook, Volume 1. Over on Indiegogo, Tales of Tesla, sci-fi adventure comic. And coming soon, we're going to have Cold-Blooded Volume 2, Mega Monster Battling Monsters. Vera Sam is going to give us There's an Alien in My Toilet too, and the Voodoo Junkie Hit Woman is coming back to crowdfunding, care of Sam Johnson. We have made the backer pause videos, if you notice, 3 minutes now, so you guys can see all the information we have, and know that there will be individual videos for each one of these campaigns made right when we're done with this, believe it or not. So check the feed of Comic Book Advocates TikTok, and you'll find the actual campaign that made your most interest, and you can make a video for that. That's why we're doing this. And for more information, go to BACKERPAUSE.com, and you'll be taken right to this page on our site where the love of comics comes first, comicbookadvocates.com. We talked about how we updated the Comics Newswire to be COMICS and COMIX. Did same thing for the COMiX Forecast. So COMICS or COMIX Forecast.com will get you to the forecast. From comicbookadvocates.com, where the love of comics comes first, it's time to bring you the COMiX Forecast for week 17 of 22. Let's see what's going on. This is actually kind of a quiet week, and it starts off in Alaska with the Arctic Comic Con in the United States, obviously. It's going to happen 4:30 to May 1st. May's coming in kind of quiet. San Diego has an event going on. It's the Fan Eeg. And then in San Diego, or should I say in Cleveland, Ohio, the Fan Expo Cleveland's going on the 29th to the 1st. This month's featured comic book shop is Hero Trader. They have an upcoming event August 6th. Check it out. It's going to be happening in Florida at the Charlotte Harbor Event Center, and Conference Center, excuse me. And they're a great comic book shop here in Fort Myers, Florida. Check it out by going to herotrader.com. Go to COMiX Forecast for more. Let's take a look at the COMiX Forecast extended into May. Find out more by going to COMiXforecast.com. MegaCon is back on track for May, so it's going to be happening on the 19th through the 22nd, where you'll see me, Mr. Anderson, Continuum Comics, Mike Seeley, and some other great creators. Stay tuned for more information. And Duty creators are heading to the Las Vegas Licensing Expo. You can see them along with the Catch the Crazies, and there's an Alien in My Toilet franchises along with Forbidden in Las Vegas, as they'll be in booth D104. That's all we got for creators being somewhere in May. Stay tuned for more events and check out our weekly forecast. If you have information you want to share with us, just go to Comics Newswire on our meta group and you'll find us and tell us where you're headed next. I get asked all the time, what are the warning signs about a bad show? So here are a few things to look out for. If you're a creator and you're worried about signing up for a show, number one, their website is not something that gives a lot of information in a way that is, well, obvious and easy to navigate. A bad website can show lack of effort. If it starts with their website that's promoting their own event, it's going to extend into something else, taking shortcuts. This is one a lot of people don't consider. Location. Where are they having this event? Is there going to be walk-around traffic? Or is this an out-of-way event people are going to have to drive to? If people have already signed up and are talking about it, that's a good indicator too. Who's there? The more successful the creator, more than likely they don't want to waste their time on a bad show. Have they established something as simple as a hashtag for their event? That's an important one. Because if they haven't, they're not aware of the importance of things like social media and how it can promote the event. And finally, a fair table cost. Because if comicbookadvocates.com now redirects to a thread where you can get to the Comics Market Watch. You can watch Backer Pause and see what's going on with that. See the forecast, the ever-evolving one. Get some educational tools. Find out about how we can empower children to get comics in their hands. Visit our YouTube channel. Find out what I'm up to. That's right, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Anderson. Find out what I'm up to by going to MrAnderson.com. And